I think I really liked homework sometimes.
It's the worst thing that has ever happened at school, man.
I was a good child who used to do his homework and always handed in time. For some reason, that's when the nice shows happen to be. And then also that's when homework decides to be.
It's like, you've not handed in. I've not seen your book because I know your handwriting it normally stresses me and stuff. Let me see your book.
No, I didn't care. I didn't really enjoy doing homework. I think the only time I enjoyed doing homework was with art only. Others, the rest I would fight to do it. Let's not even talk about it. I hated homework. We just put it at that, man. You've traumatized me. This is like a horrible TBT for me, man. You suck. You're mean people, I swear.
This film took 2 years to make. It's 6 minutes, it took 2 years. But the way I spin it is that it didn't take us 2 years to make the film. It took us 2 years to form a team, right? And to get it right. My experience with homework is actually what informed this short film. It was a look at what happens with the kids and how they view the incoming trouble, which is the teacher. For example, Mr. Okech, he's this overqualified maths teacher, and he's very serious, and he has to embody all those dangerous teachers that all of us had in school, right? And but I view him as a person who cares a lot about his work.
From one teacher to another. Okay, I could relate with the character because I know how annoying students can be. I'm a teacher by profession, so I know how irritating students can be, and you just channel suppressed frustration from days of teaching practice and put it into the voicing, and it brought Mr. Okech to life. Mr. Okech is the evil teacher within me. Let me say it that way.
One of you did not hand in your homework.
How do I relate to Nintendo? I think I do, because when I was in primary school, they used to cane you if you don't have homework or if you've done poorly, depending on that day. So this one day, I had no homework, and I claimed that I had tonsillitis because it just sounded like a cool disease. And so I started coughing, and they said, "Hey, for you, what's wrong with you? You know this dry cough?" So I said, I had tonsillitis over the weekend, so I couldn't do the homework. The teacher said, "What? Does tonsillitis affect your hands? Why couldn't you do the homework? Get down." And yeah, I got my 3 strokes. A Kalabanda ate my homework.
In Amia's shoes. Okay, like honestly, I think I was kind of a crybaby because when the teachers used to ask me, I would really cry to avoid answering the questions. Yeah, and just don't say anything. Yeah, maybe fake faint to get away with. Every girl does it. It's like our out of jail card for everything.
Spill your secrets.
At the beginning of production, I was involved in writing the script, and that was a test of its own because it went through so many changes and rewrites in order to make jokes land, in order to make dialogue sound natural, in order to make the story more fluid, because it was all, I guess it's the normal thing of writing anyway. You have to learn to accept that what you've written initially might not be good.
A Kalabanda Ate My Homework the title was resonating with a lot of people. So I was really scared. When I came up with the idea, it was this thing of, will anyone actually really care about this? But people seem to resonate a lot with the Kalabanda because everyone seemed to have an experience with the Kalabanda.
Well, the first time I had the idea, I was like, this is new. Because we rarely ever get to take our own African stories and make something out of them. So I was actually happy, I was excited. I'm like, A Kalabanda ate my homework. What the heck is this? What are you people smoking? I want some.
And once you go through criticism from other people and constructive criticism and testing with people, market testing.
So you show it to a 5-year-old, to a 20-year-old, you show it to a 70-year-old, and if all of them kind of like it and they give you kind of feedback, it kind of informs whether or not you're doing something that's worthwhile.
You start to realize, nobody likes this character that I've written, perhaps he should have a change in personality. You know?
It was quite. We were really happy with the feedback that we got from the general audience, the public, and I think it has been a very rewarding experience, and we've learned a lot. After the script, you go to what we call, you develop the character profiles based on what you wrote in the script, and you take those character profiles and you give them to a concept artist. We give all that information to the concept artist, and then he is inspired to kind of draw something. So that goes with Tendo and all the other characters, and even the classroom and the environments.
For some reason, I don't know how the brain is wired, but when you learn something, you get gas. So it began getting quite interesting. At first, it was frustrating. Like, man, I'm this bad guy, I can't draw. But then all of a sudden, you're no longer the bad guy, and you have to learn stuff. But with time, it made so much sense, and I began learning. And I could say my drawing skill has gone from just drawing to drawing with purpose, and that's it for me. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Then after that, what we go to is the storyboarding. Storyboarding is where we do like very, very simple drawings of each shot of the written in the screenplay. So it's morning, Mr. Ketch standing at the door. So you do a visual representation of that. Then after that, what you go to is what you call an animatic, which is basically a very simple form of the final animation, which is like a 2D. It's usually in 2D animation. So it's usually like simple sketches with simple poses to show us, and this helps us get the general timing of the animation.
I think it has been good because I've learned a lot. I've learned from the team. Before I joined the team, I think I mainly used to animate. The rest of the things were weak. I was so weak at lighting, texturing, and stuff like that. But being in the team now, they have helped me grow stronger. I'm even more confident now as an animator.
Then after that, what we do is that we start developing the characters in 3D. We go for 3D modeling. So 3D modeling, we get all of the concept artists' drawings, the environments, the characters, and then we develop them in 3D. So we try our best to keep as much of the essence of the drawing in 3D form. So after that, we do texturing, texturing is surfacing all of the objects in 3D. So if a material needs to feel like a sweater, we have to make it look like a sweater. You see, the skin has to look like skin.
My favorite stuff is it's putting the passes together. Because when you're rendering, like we do multi-pass rendering, so you have ambient occlusion, you have specular, you have diffuse, you have all that stuff. So when they are by themselves, they really look bad. You're like, how can something come out of this? But when you layer them and put them together and compose them, it turns into something so fantastic, and you just have to believe that this is what I was doing 5 minutes ago. Yeah, so my favorite part is putting it all together.
Then after that, what we do is we go for the rigging process. So the rigging is you put in bones, and bones help the characters move around. So it's like you're building a skeleton, and you also build the faces. So we're actually like creating real like people, almost like these digital people.
There's a shot of Okech, of him saying, but you all receive for the sins of one soul when he gets out a cane, a meter rule out of his back. It was so cool. I loved it. It was my best shot, and watch out for it, man. It's my shot.
So after that, we actually go into the animating process, which is where the animators get all these rigs, and they start animating each of the shots one by one. It's a tedious process. It's usually the longest for production, but it's quite rewarding. And after that, we go for lighting. You light all of the scenes. Daytime has to feel like daytime. There's some stylistic components in there, right? So you try to make sure that a scene feels like you want it to feel using lights.
Before the mixing and all, like it was still raw, and the breaking of the ruler, it's something like a bone breaking, as Robin would say. It was so funny.
for you. It's not just pressing a big button and then everything happens. You actually prepare all of these files and you start rendering them in passes. So we render the ambient occlusion pass, we render the Z-depth pass, we render the color pass, we render the specular pass. So all of these things are going to be useful for the next stage of production, which is compositing, where you bring all these things together, you tweak some of them to make things, to enhance them. This is where you actually even do the color correction, and you make the film feel like it's supposed to feel. You get the final result. After that, you go and you hope everyone likes it, right? So after that, after compositing is final editing, and you kind of release the film, and that's how you get the film. So that's it.